What's going on, wrestling family? Welcome back to the channel. So we have another question from you guys. I love doing these Q&As, man. They're so much fun. So this comes from user-EM9 what? LMNOP 24/7/711. Look, R-Truth, I need you to read this, man. I miss R-Truth so bad. But this is a crazy username. Hopefully you didn't come up with this username yourself. I hope this is randomly generated. If you did come up with it yourself, I am afraid to know what your password look like. You gotta have the strongest password of all time. But I'm gonna call you user, okay? So user asks, here are these thoughts. Do you believe that Randy or CM Punk will return? Now, user, thank you so much for your question. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a great day. So let's start off with CM Punk, okay? And I don't mind you asking me this question, but I'm going to say this. And anyone else who wants to ask me about CM Punk, I don't mind, but here's how I feel about him. At this point, I am CM Punk news and rumors fatigued. I am burnt out on anything CM Punk related because, for one, I feel like the wrestling outlets cycle through the same pieces of news every single time. I've said this in a video before. Roman Reigns is going to go on vacation. Does he drop the belt today at this pay-per-view? Vince McMahon is going to get fired, or he's going to relieve himself of his duty for such and such reasons. Or CM Punk could return at the next pay-per-view. Will he return? Like, it happens every single time. The same three pieces of news every time, especially when there's a pay-per-view or some type of PLE in Chicago, whether it be Bound for Glory or Survivor Series, which is coming up. People act like CM Punk is just sitting in Chicago on Canal Street, right? Eating a deep dish pizza, waiting for someone to tell him to come to the ring, as if he can't come into the ring at any other point or place in the United States. Like, people even have conspiracy theories like, oh, well, Chicago Bears are playing in Miami Dolphin. Guess what Chicago stands for? C. Guess what Miami stands for? M. Guess what? CM Punk, he's returning this weekend. Oh my God. And I'm like, guys, we gotta relax. Every time there's a Chicago event, we get these rumors that CM Punk is going to return, and guess what? Nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens. So for me, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. It's a possibility that it could happen. But at this point, I'm not going to believe it. And I don't read the dirt sheets or whatever. So I would rather be surprised by it happening or not know about it at all and have nothing to be disappointed about when I go to the pay-per-view. Now, there is a possibility, okay? He is a free agent, so anything could happen. But for me, I don't know how much sense it would make for them to acquire somebody like CM Punk, because I think because of his reputation, people believe that he's a lot more trouble than he's worth. It doesn't matter if he's the aggressor in these situations or the victim. All we know that everywhere CM Punk goes, something happens backstage. I don't know why. He reminds me of this guy I went to high school with. And I told him even back then, every time he goes somewhere, somebody gets shot. Like, I don't know why this happens. Whether he's an aggressor in a fight, whether he's the person who's just standing there watching, whether he's at Six Flags eating a funnel cake, somebody ends up getting shot around him in the hospital, makes some money. I don't know why he does it, but when he asks me if he can ride in a car with me, I'm like, bruh, I'm gonna be honest with you. No, I can't let you in my car. There is something after you, bro. I don't know if we're in Final Destination 15 or something, but there is something trying to take you out. Or every time you go around somebody gets taken out. Now, I would call him an Uber if I wanted to, but I would feel bad if something happened to that Uber driver because he's in the car. Like, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But anyway, back to CM Punk. I'm sure WWE doesn't want to take on a headache like that. I can understand if they did something like they did Carlito at Backlash, where he came in for one thing, and then they probably have him do something short term and then he's gone. You know, I know Carlito is signed on now, but if they did something short term with CM Punk, then okay, I guess that would make sense. But outside of that, having him there, like, it would just be a pop, but then it's like, what else after that? You know, I don't think WWE really needs a pop like CM Punk being there. They have so much talent or so many people they can bring back that can get a big pop without even using CM Punk at all. And if he wanted to decide to do like a whole, I don't know, pipe bomb type of thing, I think it would have been better if he came back like maybe 2-3 years ago or before he signed to AEW, or whatever the case may be, when Vince McMahon was tearing WWE apart. I think that would make more sense, because the beauty of the pipe bomb and CM Punk's personality is to like voice what fans were upset about when it came to wrestling, and people living vicariously through him and through his voice. But right now, there's not really much to complain about when it comes to WWE. And I'm not saying that WWE is perfect. No promotion is perfect, but it's a lot better than it was 1 to 2 years ago, in my personal opinion. But so when it comes to CM Punk, I personally don't think he's going to return. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I'm burned out about this guy at this point. Now, when it comes to Randy Orton, that's a whole different story right there. A whole different story. If Randy Orton is healthy enough, of course, if his doctor cleared him, If he's okay with the risk that could incur as far as him going back into the ring, I would love it if Randy Orton came back. He's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, bro. He just is. And him coming back, if I'm going to be at Survivor Series, if I told my friend, if Randy Orton returns that day, I'm not recording none for a whole week because I'm losing my voice. I am marking out because that would be crazy to see Randy Orton return. I'll be so happy to see that. I don't know how they will book him, especially with Matt Riddle being gone. Maybe they'll have him face against Roman Reigns or have some type of feud with the Bloodline. That would be great to see. But Randy Orton doing anything, in my personal opinion, is always exciting. That's just me, man, at the end of the day. So hopefully he does come back. If he decides to come back and announce his retirement, of course that would be sad. But if he's doing what he needs to do for himself, for his health, for his family, he wants to walk when his daughter gets older and get married. He wants to be able to walk her down the aisle. I completely understand that. I will be crazy to say, why would you choose your family over your fans? We've been supporting you all this time. That just sounds ridiculous. But I think it's more of a probability of Randy Orton return than CM Punk, in my personal opinion. Heck, I think it's more of a probability that Lita returns than CM Punk returning, in my personal opinion. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Wouldn't it be weird if Sasha Banks returned? I don't know what her contract looks like over at where she's in Stardom now, or she's still, I don't know what she's in right now. I haven't really followed her, but it will be kind of crazy to see that if she got added to the Women War Games. But I don't know how people feel about Sasha Banks. For me, I'm kind of partial on her. I know she's good. I know she has this big star look, but she keeps coming back every single time. She returns more times than my mama's Amazon packages do to Cole. Like, she returns so many times. So I don't know how shocking that will be for people. You people who are Sasha Banks fan, let me know how you would feel about that. But again, I think Randy Orton would return. CM Punk, I'm not so sure about. Let me know how you guys feel in the comment section. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Salute. Peace. Have a good day.